Hello there, it's currently 1 AM here. I've just finished watering the plants in the garden. Long story. But there you go. See? There's some plants and there's some water for them. I'm doing it now. Well, the main reason is that I finished work late now, and as mum and dad are aware, I thought I did say I would water the plants. I start work about 6 o'clock now, and that seems a bit early to do it, so I thought I'd do it when I get home. See, there's another one. Now, you can't see this, but you can actually see the stars from here, because there's not a lot of light around there, which is kind of nice. Because up there, you can see the one that sort of looks like a frying pan. I think they call it the plough, I'm not 100% sure. Over there you got sort of like a reddish one that's kind of flashing. That could be something close by. I'm not actually sure. I've always had an interest in astronomy, but I've never had the brain capacity to really go into it. But yes, that's my home. With some lights on so I don't, trip over and hurt myself. And yes, I am currently wearing my around the back garden shoes, hence the holes. In case you're wondering, yes, it really is me, look. Hopefully you can see me, I can't actually tell. So, why am I out here at 1 in the morning, watering plants and talking to you fine people? Well, the main reason is, one, I wanted to talk, and also kind of wanted an excuse to stay out here a bit longer from us. It's actually really nice and cool out here. The house is warm and really warm, as it is during this time of year, but out here now it's nice, and it's a nice breeze. That's going to get painted soon. No idea what colour, depends on what we can find cheap. There's another shed, and there's some buckets, and that's something we use for water. It may look like a rubbish bin, but it's not. It's actually for holding water. Water that's gone green because, that's what happens with stagnant water. So, as I was saying, why am I out here? Because I wanted an excuse to stay out here because it's really nice out here, and nice and cool and relaxing. And I never really stay up late anymore. Not for years anyway. It's always something I said I'd do more of. That's better, you can kind of see something. It's nice around here. I'm not going to show you the front area because, people can use that to work out where I live. And I'd rather that not happen. But anyway, it's really nice out here, and I always said I sat late, and it's a nice time to really think about things, Because as anyone who suffers will, anybody will, even the terminally happy will understand that nighttime is a strange time, because that's when all your thoughts and fears really come to the forefront. During the day they won't bother you too much, but as soon as nighttime comes, it's like the darkness just amplifies it all. I don't think that's true, by the way, but I don't think it actually works that simple, but I'm certain there's some science behind that. If you are a university student doing studies, then think about that. It's a good one. And as I was saying, the past couple of days I've been a bit of a strange one since my apology video. I had one day where I said, right, let's do stuff. Let's turn my life around and do it, and then I had a period where I kind of burnt out and done absolutely nothing. Even though I could have done, really. Because I actually bought some special soap for my face. Can't remember if I mentioned that or not. I may have done, I can't remember now. Not that it's important, of course. I should really try and show you something a bit more interesting, but it's a bit late for that. I'll show you the flowers anyway, while I'm talking. Actually, we'll start over here. Anyway, I have been feeling a bit burnt out. Well, burnt out mentally is what I should be saying. Those are some nice ones. So I can get this right, that's better. And it's made me think, this is my life story, the amount of times I've actually said I'm actually going to do stuff, and then I do absolutely nothing, The amount of times I've done this, said I'm going to do something, and then actually done nothing. Which is mostly why I am 41, I suppose, and, still live with my parents, and I've never really known what it's like to feel true love. But that's a subject for another video, that end of it. It just got me thinking, because I have on and off moments, and sometimes it feels like, no matter how well I think I'm doing, there's always another moment where reality just seems to hit me in the side of the head and say, you know what, Jim? You've been feeling good for too long. It's time to take you down a peg or two. And that's how I felt the last couple of days. Well, up until last night days. I've been feeling better today. Although I will admit, I did kind of waste today by not doing a lot. I ended up taking a nap in the afternoon. Which is something I can't remember last night I took a nap. I've always maintained a thing of getting all my sleep in one lot. But anyway, as I was saying, I bought some special soap for my face. I even bought a new jigsaw puzzle. I haven't done one in a while. I know jigsaw puzzles are good for hand-eye coordination. It's a moving puzzle. I'll show it to you when I'm done out here, because it'll be a nice end to the video, I think. It's 1,000 pieces. It was brand new from Waterstones. That's a secret, by the way. No one needs to know I spent £15 on a puzzle. So if you keep that to yourselves, viewers, that would be appreciated. Some of these plants aren't doing very well at the moment. I think it's the heat. I mean, if you look at this one looks like it's never been flowered, or watered, I should say. Strange, because I've done it every night for the last 5 nights. I've come home from work, I've gone out here, and I've watered. In the darkness. The only difference between this time and last time is that I've had music on. This time I didn't, because I decided I was going to record this video. I'm one of those people that doesn't really like a lot of silence. Although I am kind of getting better at dealing with silence nowadays. So there is that. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. Getting better, then not getting bad, then getting better again. It's like... Sometimes it's like I make too good a progress, like there's someone just waiting to pull me down, like the crab bucket. Only I'm the only crab in the bucket, so really it's me pulling myself down. Because let's face it, like a lot of people, I am my own worst enemy. I think I might just head in soon, because this is getting tiresome. Although it's really nice out here though. It really is. It's nice and cool, but trying to show you stuff while I talk at the same time is hard. I seem to have this very difficulty of multitasking. Anyway, as I was saying, I am my own worst enemy. And I know that I need to do better. And yes, this is my puzzle. I wanted to show this off. Look, it's moving. It's all the characters. You got Sniff, Snuffkin, Moomin Papa, Moomin Troll, that's Moomin Mama with the handbag, Moomin Troll, Mimble's daughter, that's the Groke, that's Snort Maiden, I'm not sure who that one is. Some Hattie Fasteners, and that was a dog who they painted to look like a cat, because he wanted to be a cat and play with cats. I forget his name. Not that it's important, but yeah, I paid £15 for this in Waterstones. No one needs to know that bit though. And see, I've made some progress with the puzzle. So far this has taken me about an hour. I know a little bit I don't really know much about jigsaw puzzles, but I know my mum does though. She taught me how to do stuff like this. One of the first things she told me was, if you ever do one gem, do the edge pieces first and then kind of work on that. Which I thought I can't do. I think I may have missed out on a few edge pieces when sorting through it all though. Not that it really matters, of course. But that is what it's going to look like at the end. All that bit round there and that bit, and that bit, and that bit there is going to drive me slightly mad. But you know what? It doesn't matter. As I was saying, because there's only so much of that puzzle I can show you, I need to do better. You also need to see me. And I also need to look at the flipping camera lens. One day I'll learn that lesson, but not today it seems. Well, yeah, that's fine anyway. Anyway, as I was saying, I know that I need to do better, and I did reiterate. I did say this in my last non-reading video, which was the obligatory apology video. I know I need to do better, so this is a good way of keeping track of things. It allows me to, how you say, just make sure I have a record, and knowing that some idiot watching would probably try to shame me for not doing better, it's a decent incentive, Not a bad incentive, I will say. And I was saying, I have made some efforts this week. I've made a start, and I always say starts, if you actually start something, you kind of end up finishing it anyway. So I said, I bought that special shampoo phase. I bought the puzzle to improve my hand-eye coordination, if that is a thing. And I'm getting back into the exercise, and the heat isn't an excuse not to. And now if the mornings are getting slightly cooler, then I might be able to go jogging again, which was good. That will help me as well. More exercise will help me. But for now, I just need to... I think what my biggest problem is that I want to... Because I finish work late in the evening now, I don't want to go to bed as soon as I get home, which is fair enough. But at the same time, I still want to be able to get up at the same time as I did before, because before I started working in the evenings, I used to go to bed at 9 p.m. Well, at 9 p.m. I'd brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, wash my face and all that stuff before you go to bed. Then I'd do a bit of reading, do my Duolingo German, and then eventually I would get into sleep, and by about 11 o'clock I'd be asleep, because it takes me about an hour. And I used to get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And once the hot weather came in and I started working till 9 o'clock, I switched my alarm clock, ended up getting about 8. And lately, I've been finding myself getting up later and later and later, which is not a good thing. Although I do need my sleep. I think I need to discipline myself more. I've got that routine in the app, which I have not actually opened yet. I've downloaded it. So I should really check that out. I really should, and see how that works that way. But actually, I might make a review. No, not forget that. I won't say in case I don't actually bother, but something to think about. Anyway, as I'm babbling on a lot more than what I should be, I'm going to finish this now. And if you have stuck to the end, then I thank you for your patience. I really do. I thank you for joining me on this journey. Again, I seriously freaking appreciate it. And as always, people, take care of yourselves, okay? Bye.